I'd be remiss not to make a back squat video. So here you go. I take a breath at the top, hold it, then go down. It's slow and controlled on the way down. Make sure it gets fully racked. So the bar is resting across my shoulders. It's not on my traps, but I have my back pulled back tight. My chest is up. My elbows are back. That keeps all the muscles of my upper back flexed. So it gets a nice platform for the bar to rest on. I don't always wear a belt. Today I felt like it. And I'm also wearing shoes with raised heels. I don't always wear them. I can feel the ground better with my regular shoes or even barefoot, but the raised heel just helps a little with ankle flexion. This was 455 pounds. I'm working my way up to a 485, 1 rep. Called a potentiating set. You do one heavy rep and then you drop it down and do some work sets. So it makes your work sets feel lighter. This is more advanced, this method of going up to a 1 rep. Big breath, down. That looked pretty easy. It felt about an 8. RPE, received, relevant perceived exertion of 8 out of 10. Drop back down to 450 for sets of 3. Big breath, flex the back, lift it up, make sure it's centered. Couple steps back, get the feet beneath the shoulders, toes pointed at 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Big breath, hold it, squat down, release, take another breath. See how I stick my butt out first? Oof. Sticking the butt out first means you're hinging at your hips. You're kind of sitting back a little bit. If you just start going straight down with your knees, you're going to make it too much on your quads. So starting by sticking your butt out, make sure that you activate your posterior chain. Try to keep your knees pointed out. I have a tendency for my knees to cave in because I have very strong adductors on my inner thighs. And so when the weight gets heavy, my adductors try to take over and that causes my knees to cave. Some people will say it's bad form, but a lot of elite powerlifters do that. So depending on who you talk to, it's fine or it's terrible. I tend to think it's not ideal, but it doesn't hurt me at all. I try to focus on keeping my knees out and activating my hips and glutes more. I don't always do it successfully though. I was too far forward there, so I gave up. I said, nope, not worth it. It's too much strain on my back. It's not worth fighting through it to get that last rep. That's why you have the safety bars there. If you're off balance, bail. Drop them onto those safety bars and live to lift another day. I like to do these burnout sets. 315 for 15 reps. You see at the bottom, I don't have any butt wink, which I used to. Pointing the knees out allows your hips to drop all the way down. If my toes were pointed forward, your pelvis literally can't get past your femurs. And so your the bottom of your back will round, and that's what's called butt wink. Just something you don't want to have. But you want your hips to drop below your knees. It's called a deep squat, and everybody will give you a thumbs up for doing deep squats. You'll see a lot of guys not going that deep, either because they're going too heavy or they don't have enough flexibility. You don't have enough flexibility, stretch, sit in a low, deep squat, and get some flexibility. It's worth going deep. When I first started doing these again, my knees would be sore, my hips would be sore for a day or two afterwards, but then I'd give myself plenty of rest. I wouldn't do these for a week or two. Over time, I had no more soreness in my knees and hips. And I have more flexibility through a full range of motion, strength from bottom to top. Doing the front squat, this is where it's more important to have those raised heel shoes because it makes your knees go forward more. This is a more quad-focused lift. You'll keep a more vertical back. These are more advanced. We'll work on these later. For now, we're going to focus on the back squats, and you can do something similar by doing the dumbbell goblet squat. Always make sure it's racked. You don't want to drop that bar from all the way up there.